having spoken about on the finance leaders, we go to something called the CFO vision for an organization. How does CFO see itself, himself in this digital atmosphere? Traditionally, the job of a CFO was more of a scorekeeper. They were supposed to focus more on the bookkeeping. The efforts were expanded on transaction processing and providing month-end results, and it was more of an inward-looking culture. However, in the new focus, as we see the trend, the CFO is actually a business partner in an organization. He acts as a business advisor and integrator of the total business view of the organization, leverages technologies to deliver value-added services, provide insight on robust challenges and supports commercial decisions, and takes ownership for actively manages the financial driver's value. And he's also a commentator. Finance is a commentator explaining the business story in numbers and variations, not in the way the salespeople tell the story, but when it comes to a finance head producing that story, there are actual numbers and variables which are put across and demonstrated. So, and is also the custodian. So this is how the role of CFO is evolving in organizations. And in 2020, it is estimated that this is how an organization would work. 50 to 60% of processes would be managed through RPA, through robotic process automation, which will then lead them to cognitive RPA, the intelligent automation, where you use machine learning, NLP and all that, which will take about 15% of the work would be done through that. 15% like chatbots, where we said that the human interface comes in place, and another 15% through artificial intelligence. Now we got to understand this, that you cannot suddenly come onto the journey of artificial intelligence, because the fuel for AI is data. If you don't have data, there is nothing what AI can work upon. So this is a natural progression of how artificial intelligence can be embedded in organizations, and you can give them that electricity called artificial intelligence. Once again, I'm just showing here some of the automation hotspots visible today. RPA does not have much limitations, but here you can see some of the areas which you would relate with quickly: accounts receivable processing, payable processing, finance, operational finance, journal entries, bank reconciliations, account reconciliations, intercompany reconciliations, financial review preps, reporting, financial planning and analysis. These are some of the most easiest automation hotspots applied in organizations. The process of implementing RPA in organization, fairly simple. This chart shows you that. If you see on the top, it shows week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 5. So primarily what happens is that in week 1, which is here A, you initiate the project, identify the stakeholders and issue the data request and current assessment questionnaire as to where the current process stands. In the week 2, B and C, you assess the current state of the process in organizations. You organize a workshop, something called a business process walkthrough, to understand what is the current process there. And then in week 3, once that is done, you understand the feasibility. This is where one important role comes of your implementation partner. Because if you see here, what I just mentioned earlier is that a program is written for the bot to perform. So there are SOPs and there are steps. However, if you have a technology implementation partner who does not understand the gaps in the current process, then you would actually end up automating a process which is already broken or is not 100% efficient. A lot of consulting firms have gotten into technology advisory because they carry the knowledge of those processes. They do the risk advisory, they do the taxation, they do the accounting advisory, so they know where exactly the gaps are sitting from their industry knowledge. There they would advise you of what gaps you would correct first and then go into automate it rather than just automating the process as is. So that's what takes in here. So basically, and that leads to something called a proof of concept or a pilot. All this can be achieved in about 5 weeks' time, after which organizations get about a month or 2 months without investing in any license fee or anything to actually use it in live environments, see the derivatives of it, and let's say by week 12, everything is done, you know what is it delivering to you, and you go live. This is typically a process of deployment of robotic process automation in organizations.